Hi Libra, welcome to your Triple Cross reading for the month of October 2017. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising signs, and some months you might identify more with your rising or moon sign instead of your sun sign. So if you know your astrological chart, please do check those videos out for more clarity at this time. I also just want to say a very happy birthday to all the Libras that are born this month. I hope that you are gonna have a beautiful time, and for those of you that have already had their birthdays, I hope that this solar return, as we say astrologically, is very fruitful and beneficial for you. I also just want to take a little bit of time just to explain my absence from my channel. As my subscribers will know, I have been inactive in my channel for the past few months, and I do manage 2 other jobs besides being a tarot reader, and I have been doing private readings throughout this time, but I haven't been active because making 24 videos as my channel is bilingual, so I make 12 videos for each sign in English and Spanish. It was proving to be really taxing on my voice, so I needed some time off. But then I also had the loss of a family member, a close family member, so I just wanted to take some time to recalibrate, to balance out my energy so that I can be of service to you guys, because if I'm not in balance, it's going to be reflected in my readings. So that's what we do as tarot readers. We're just reading energy. So we got to make sure that we are having a stable foundation so that we can better read and better serve others. All right, with all that said, let's begin your reading. So down the center, we have the Death card, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Crossing or supporting this, we have the Devil, and this is a supporting card. And we have 3 major arcana cards, so this is definitely going to be the message that has the most weight. The major arcanas are major for that very reason. They anchor a reading, they give it color, they give it flavor. So this is going to be the most important message for you guys. So let's see what the cards have to say. So what we see here really is that there have been changes, profound changes, because that's what the Death card brings. When it comes to your base, your foundation, and your stability, and all of the things that you hold of the highest value, because the Pentacle suit, or the coins as some of you call it, it talks about the things that we hold of most value. Because so the changes in this, changes of perspective as well, but deep, profound changes at that. And these changes or transformations could have come about in a very unprecedented way. You might not have seen these things coming. So they could have rocked what you deemed was your solid foundation, your solid base, and it is all for your greater good. What we do see here with the Devil here is that the Devil in itself, we'll talk about the meaning in a second, but what I want to brush upon is what a lot of tarot readers don't really mention, is that its astrological component is the planet Saturn. So astrologically, what's happening is that right now, in the now, we have the Sun in a connection of tension with the planet Saturn. We call it a square astrologically, and that's all it denotes, is tension. But in life, you need friction in order to make a change, a profound change. I mean, otherwise we would just continue on with our lives and things would be a little bit boring, a little bit, yes, stable, but boring, and we wouldn't learn as much. Sometimes we need a little bit of a shake-up a little bit of a twist, a curveball, so that we can grow and learn from these things. That's why we have incarnated in this reality, right? So what we see here with Saturn is just feeling pressure, feeling burdened, because this 10 here can represent your family or your responsibilities, or how you feed yourself, like what you do for a living, your resources, your finances throughout this transit. So I do see that being affected, and you feeling like that burden of responsibility is making you at times be a little bit either pessimistic or a little bit negative, either with your current life or within yourself, because the 10s also talk about self-worth, issues of self-worth. So that could present itself to you, and just know that it's just we're all works in progress, so this is just what's being presented to you at this time. And what you need to do is to try to fight against that, because the devil only has power for us when we let him. The devil isn't really the devil as in like the figure that people know religiously. It's just this feeling that we have when we give something else power and not have that power and reclaim that power within ourselves. As you see, we see two figures that feel tied down, bogged down by the devil. And the message of the card is that, yes, they are chained to him, but their hands aren't tied. Their hands are behind their backs, because they're willingly allowing the situation to continue. So the key here is realizing, what is it that you feel tied down to, bogged down by? Who is it in your life that's presenting themselves as a negative person in your life? The devil could also represent bad habits, like drinking too much, not taking care of your diet, not exercising enough, or it could also be something a little bit more deeper, in the sense that it could be alcoholism, or an addiction to a thing or a person. So addiction to smoking, for example, or addiction to someone, because the devil could present themselves as somebody that we are obsessed by. So these vices, these obsessions, these are all the things that you need to be mindful of, and that require a radical change so that more stability can come into your life. Now, in your root area, we have the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles. So with these changes that we see a closing of cycles. We have the 8 of Cups, and I always say this, but it's so true. You see the figure 8, and the figure 8 goes like this. But if you flip it, it's the infinity cycle. It's things that come and go, come and go, come and go, but they never really fully come to a completion. So now is the time to close up these cycles, these chapters, these things that have brought about a sense of worry, preoccupation in a negative way, and they could have also caused or brought about illness for you. This could be insomnia, this could be migraines, this could be a sickness of some sort, or just feeling anxious. Either way, it's not something that you want. What you instead need to focus on, and the important note to keep in mind, is what we saw here in your center and your root area, is that you need to find stability in your life at all costs. No matter what life brings at you, you need to find that. And the key to it really is starting with yourself. And so yes, working on yourself, self-love, self-growth, and also there is a note of keeping your finances. It's not the best time for big purchases, and just it's better to be proactive and be like budget. So make sure that you budget, and make sure that you protect your energy, especially when dealing with people that are elusive or unstable or don't know how to value you. because if you allow these people to treat you a certain way, that also speaks to your self-esteem and how you value yourself. So make sure that you put yourself first this month. All right, so now in your recent past, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So some of you could have started this month, or could have felt in the recent past, because energy, I mean, we say recent past for a reason, because some of you might still be in this space. So you could have felt a little bit stuck, a little bit like things aren't quite flowing or moving in the way that you emotionally wish that they were. But the Hanged Man is suspended for a reason, suspended with wisdom attached to him. So it's just trying to let you know that sometimes it's best to conserve your finances, conserve your resources, conserve of your own self, conserve of your heart, conserve of your time, because things will happen in due time. You have to trust in the divine providence that things will happen when they are supposed to. And meanwhile, in this waiting period, it is recommended for you to work on your stability, especially your emotional stability, with the Queen of Cups as a facet of yourself, because the more self-work that you do, the more you can manifest and bring about that love that you need, that solid base that we've been talking about, and more abundance in your life. So yeah, a lot of self-worth issues and a lot of closing up of chapters and protecting your energy, setting healthy boundaries. I like where it's going for your sign so far. So crowning your reading, we have the Page of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So for those Libras dealing with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, because we do have the Page, we have the Queen here of Cups, and they are attached also to Pentacles. This could be, it's actually the same message of the recent past. When it comes to dealing with this person, is that you are going to be needing a little bit more time to reevaluate what this person means to you, or you just simply need to be in a more solid, stable place before you let this person fully into your life, before you fully commit to them, especially if you are single. This doesn't necessarily need to be in a romantic way. It could just be committing to a partnership when it comes to work things or ideas, or joining a group of some sort. So it doesn't always talk about love, but it could apply for some of you as well, like a love partner. And if you are Libra dealing with an earth sign here, we have a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The Devil card is a representation of Capricorn, so some of you definitely are dealing with this person. And if it's not those signs, it's just someone that you value, you hold in high regard. And it could be that their actions are not really matching the things that they say. So you have to make sure that there is transparency between the two of you, and you are going to be called to speak your truth when it comes to this person. Make sure that you let them know what it is that you need, and that you set boundaries with this person. And this message kind of mirrors this, because we do have Swords, Cups, Pentacles. We have Pentacles, Swords, Cups. So yes, for some of you, that is going to be key throughout this month of October. Now, in your future position, we have the 8 and the 6 of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands. So halfway through the month is going to be ideal for you to complete especially creative ideas, but it could just be completions when it comes to work. I see you working really hard to attract more abundance in your life, especially more financial flow, and you are going to be making great strides halfway through the month. So don't fret, as long as you budget, like we mentioned before, you should be fine. And the thing to note here is the 6 and the 10 for me are kind of contrary cards. They have opposing meanings. And the great thing for you is that things are going to be easier than you think. As long as you keep your objectivity that you are known for as a Libra, as an air sign, because yes, that's what the 6 represents. Things are a little bit easier than you think if you don't focus on the minutia of things, on how like hard you're gonna have to work to get these things, or how all of the steps that you're gonna need to take in order to get to your final goal. Don't see just the bigger picture of okay, I want to be this. Just know that you're gonna have to take this step, then this step, and then this step. So like focus on things little by little. Make sure that you plan, that you are proactive, and that you have a good sense of time management so that you don't feel overwhelmed or burdened by all of the things that you're going to have to work on in order to get what you want. But you can get what you want, and you can maximize all of your strength. You are a very capable person. These are two very qualifying cards that let me know that you have everything that you need in order to be successful. So you've got it. Just don't overwhelm yourself unnecessarily. Things are a little bit easier than you think. All right, now in your ego position, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Justice card, so here you are, and the Hermit card. So I say here you are because the Justice card is a representation of your sign, which tells me personally, every tarot reader reads differently, but for me, when signs appear in their readings, it lets me know that you have more control than you realize. So once again, the note is it's easier than you think. And yes, here you are. And you have appeared in your ego position, which is the strongest for me. So yeah, you definitely have everything that you need in order to attract that stability, that sense of feeling like your base is solid. So yes, there's changes, but once you go through them, you can rebuild, you can shift your energy in order to attract this abundance that you're seeking. And what I do see is also what we talked about in your crowning area. So if you are dealing with an earth sign, like I see a Virgo here, I see this Capricorn, and it could also be a Taurus. So I give you all the options because there's a lot of Libras out there in the YouTube community, so this will apply differently for each one of you. So if it's not those signs, it's just simply someone that you value so very much. And this person, whoever they are, possesses a lot of wisdom, a lot of practicality. There is something that is very, very, yes, there's very wise, but it's like an old soul energy, really. That's how they're manifesting. But there is a sense here of uncertainty between you and him, or either you towards them or them towards you, or vice versa. But like I said, you have appeared in the middle, so you have more control over this than you realize. And as a Libra, use the gift that you possess as an air sign of verbal strength with the tact and honesty and grace that is so particular of your sign. You can make sure that you ameliorate the situation, that you clear up anything that needs clearing when it comes to your needs towards these people or person, because this could just be a facet of themselves, or it could be two people. And for the rest of you Libras, halfway through the month, you might feel the need to be on your own a little bit so that you can recalibrate and recharge by just having a little bit more alone time. And if that's what you need, by all means, go for it, because it's going to help you feel a little bit more stable, a little bit more solid. Now, in your environment, we have the 10 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and 2 of Swords, lots of swords. So I do see that there's someone in your midst that doesn't know how to, mince their words, doesn't know how to deal with people, especially with you, with more tact, with more diplomacy. And they just don't know what they want. And they attract a lot of uncertainty in your life, and they make you doubt yourself. And if that is applicable to you, the word of caution here, or the suggestion, is that you just remove yourself from this person if you can, or place a little bit of a barrier. Make sure that you place healthy boundaries with this person so that they don't rob you of your energy, of your light. It's going to be crucial that you protect your heart and your energy when it comes to dealing with this person, because they're manifesting themselves as a low frequency person. But the Queen and the Justice card here have appeared in the center. Once again, you have the control when it comes to this situation. You're going to know who this person or people are, and you can cut these ties. You can make these endings happen so that you can attract people that are on your wavelength, on your frequency. Now, in your hopes and fears area, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Moon card, and the High Priestess. So these are hopes and fears at the same time. The fears are that you might not be able to manifest the goals that you have in mind for the month of October, but you can always try to call into the positive, the light side of every card, because every card in the tarot deck, much like life, is light and shade. It's positive and negative. They have both aspects to them. And so the cards here are inviting you to see the positive, the light side of life, what we talked about here in the center, but also for you to work on yourself. The more you work on yourself, the more that you reconnect with your spirituality, and this could become in the form of meditating, doing Reiki energetic work, or if you are a religious person, you could call upon your guides, your angels, your God, whatever you believe. I come from no place of judgment. I accept people for whatever their belief systems are. Whatever helps you reconnect with your spirit, with your spirituality, is going to help you grow and help you see the value in all of the beautiful qualities that you possess and that you already have in your life. And this in turn will help you manifest these goals, these wishes, these aspirations. And now in your outcome for the month of October, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the car, the car or the Chariot, and the Seven of Pentacles. I love this because this is right talking about your hopes and fears area, letting me know that you are going to manifest everything that we just talked about. So good news. So you have started the month one way and you end a completely different way. You're going to be able to flip the script. You're going to be able to go through these changes and get to a more solid, more stable place with success at that. So the key here is to just be patient with yourself, with other people, reconnect with your spirituality, because the 7 is a very spiritual number. So if you're able to do so, you're going to be able to manifest just like the Queen does, with success, with the Chariot, like I said, and you're going to be able to find that balance that you were hoping for when it comes to both the material realm and the spiritual realm. So good news for your sign. All right, Libra, that's the end of your reading. If you feel like it has been of help to you, you can support my channel by giving me a thumbs up or sharing this reading with someone else that might need to hear these messages. You can also subscribe if you feel called to. You can also donate to my channel. I have placed links in the description box below for that. Any denomination is welcome. And I'm also inviting you to follow me on social media. I'm currently on Twitter and Facebook, but I am considering joining Instagram. If you are on Instagram, let me know. Let me know what you think. I could be doing some spreads over there, some oracle cards or something. Let me know what you think. And either way, follow me on social media because I have some announcements and promotions planned if you're interested in getting a private reading with me. Speaking of which, if you are wanting to talk about something that I have not covered here, or you just simply want a private reading, you can visit tripletarot.com. I would love to read for you. All right, Libra, I'm wishing you lots of love, lots of light, a very happy birthday, and I hope for lots of blessings for you. You're in the right path. Just have a little bit more patience. Things are going to materialize, and you're going to be able to attract that abundance that you're seeking. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.